riding horses, water skiing, and rock climbing. Your daughter will learn those valuable life lessons like sportsmanship, cooperation, leadership, and more. Give us a call at 1-888-RANCH to speak to our directors about your little girl's next big adventure.
Oh my God, my dad finally caved and is letting me go to overnight summer camp for 8 whole weeks! Finally, I'm gonna get to be on a sailboat instead of just look at them outside of my apartment window. And it's finally gonna be cool that I hate makeup and love sports. Oh, and the best part is that my school friends went to camp last summer and they spent all year convincing me to go, and then we're all gonna be in this cabin together and we're gonna have so much fun. I can't wait. Oh, I gotta pack.
Hi, Agnew family. This is Tammy calling from the ranch. First up, I would just like to say how excited we are to see Val at camp next week. It is
Me too.
going to be such a fun summer. So fun. I'm just reaching out because we received some calls from Val's school friends and they've made a request to not live in the same cabin as Val. They didn't give an explicit reason why they changed their plans. But
What?
we're gonna put Val in a cabin with all the other new kids in her age group.
Woo!
It'll be great. And her cabin is gonna be connected to the cabins with all her school friends. So she'll still be able to see all the fun they're having right now. It'll be such a great summer. So we'll see you at the bus drop off next week. Okay, bye-bye.
So yeah, my camp experience started in a really weird and kind of shitty way. Those girls that I had lobbied for me to go to camp for over a year decided that they didn't want to have anything to do with me, and to this day I still have no idea why. So I guess I could have decided not to go anymore, but I still really needed camp. I needed the escape. I needed a place to be the independent kid that I was. And so I decided that even though it wasn't going to look exactly the way that I expected it to, that I was going to go anyway. So I packed up my bags and got on the bus to the North Woods of Wisconsin. Hello and welcome to the ranch. I hope that you all are as excited as I clearly am to be here this summer. They call me Flash on account of my electric personality and lightning quick wit. You're all a lucky bunch to be here at camp. Because the rest of the world's going to hell. It's full of hate and greed and littering. Here you get to play with your pals all day and enjoy at least what's left of nature's splendor. In a second, you're gonna meet your cabin mates, what they call here your summer sisters. They're like friends, only like sisters, they're stuck with you forever. Anyway, I'll let you go. Just remember, there's no sense in being homesick because the rest of the world is a terrible place. He seemed chipper. Then I went to my cabin and I met my first counselor. Oh my gosh, hi! My name is Sarah. Welcome to Pony 3. I'm going to be your counselor this summer. Oh, I'm new to camp too, so we're all going to be learning together. In fact, it's my first time out of Salt Lake City. My father wouldn't let me go to camp or anywhere, so I finally said, "Pooh, on you, Father, and I ran away. Oh, but don't think that because I turned my back on my religion and my family that I turned my back on my fastidious upbringing. Oh, no, no. We're going to have the cleanest, most well-behaved cabin in all of Pony Village. Oh, shucks, but don't think I'm a square. I know how to have fun. Just last night, I had a whole Coca-Cola from the staff lounge. And I almost stayed to watch the rated R movie they had playing in there. But I didn't. Oh, but I did get a tattoo last week of a ladybug right there. Why a ladybug? I don't know. I don't need a reason, right? Anyway, I'll let you get settled in and unpack. If you need me, I'll be in the counselor quarters trying not to hear my father's voice in my head telling me I'm going to hell. Freedom! Sarah was going through something. She did show us that tattoo, and it was basically on her vagina. Then as I was unpacking, I came across a veteran camper, Gabby. Hey. You're new, right? My name's Gabby. I'm next door in Pony 4. Did your counselors give you the spiel? Yeah, there's a lot they don't tell you. I was here last summer, so, I know a thing or two. You're 11, so you're kind of old to be starting, and you're in the new kids cabin, which is like one step away from the nerd cabin, which you do not want to be in. I heard about a girl in the nerd cabin last summer. Got eaten by a bear. Anyway, if you want to be cool here at camp, there's one primary thing you need. The only thing that's really important, number one, numero uno thing, is to have been here before. But I can show you some stuff so that you don't come off as quite such a noob. So if you're cool, you knew to bring the right stuff to camp. So you got snacks? Snacks are like currency around here, especially like single packaged goods, like a Little Debbie snack cake. Trade that for someone to do your chores for the day, or for a play on someone's Game Boy, or maybe a good outfit for a dance at a boys' camp. I brought an entire pallet of cup of noodles from Costco and a hot pot. I'm not gonna want for anything all summer. You got stationery? We got a hot stationary blackjack game going on in Pony 4 during afternoon activities. Oh yeah, by the way, nobody cool goes to their activities. You want to get in on this action? You ingratiate yourself with some fresh-made fudge from town. Before you know it, you're going to be up to your eyeballs in top-notch stage. Think about it. Oh, and we're shaving in Pony 4, so if you want to be cool, you should start.
Counselors, it's time for first period activities. All campers and counselors, please report to first period.
I did start shaving. Learned from that one right there. And I did learn how to play stationary blackjack, but I was never cool. Those girls that had asked not to be in a cabin with me took whatever was going on with them a step further and did things like tell everyone not to be friends with me and invite everyone to hang out except me, or even write nasty things on the walls about me. And I was, in my first summer away from home, I was an only child, so I had never had to share anything, let alone attention, and I did not react well. I was the worst. I was faking illnesses all the time. I was just a complete brat, very combative, and that behavior kind of stuck with me and created a trajectory for me for a long time at camp. But I did love going to my activities. Another uncool thing I did. But when I think about why I signed up for some of those activities to begin with, I can't help but wonder if it was because we taught them. Oh, hey there. Welcome to kayaking. My name is Ian. Now, the first thing we're going to learn is how to handle a paddle. With something this long and cumbersome. It's all about how you grip that shaft. Now, when you're entering the kayak, you want to slide in real smooth like. You don't want to tip over and get all wet now, do you? But if you do happen to capsize, you stay calm, you give the bottom of the boat a big smack, and you pull out. Whew, I was feeling that. Luck of the Irish. Oh, hello there. Welcome to rock climbing. My name is Erin. The first thing we're going to do is familiarize ourselves with the equipment. I want to ensure your harness is quite snug. And always wear the appropriate protection. This helmet could save your life. Now, it's a common misconception about rock climbing that it's all upper body strength. And while it doesn't hurt to have a firm grip, it's actually all in the legs. If you keep pumping those thighs, you'll be peaking in no time. But don't rush. You want to savor the moment. I was feeling that British invasion. Whew. Oh, hey. Welcome to sailing. My name is Ryan. The first thing we're going to do is rig the boat. You're going to slide that sail up that mast real smooth, tie it off. Then you're going to go to the rear of the boat, and you're just going to dip that rudder right in the water. Now, if you get a big gust of wind, you want to lean back. Just get that boat right back in the water. You show it who's boss. And if you lose wind, don't be afraid to pump that tiller. Just keep pumping it. Just keep pumping it. Just to be clear, none of those men were perverts. I perverted them in my 11-year-old hormone-addled brain. And despite why I signed up for those activities, they became some of my favorites, sailing chief among them for sure. And aside from contributing to my sexual awakening, Ryan taught me a lot of really valuable lessons. Two stand out because they have a lot of real-life application as well. The first lesson is that you can't fight nature. So when you're sailing, you're on the water and you're relying on the wind. Now, if you try to control a big gust of wind by pulling in the sail too tight, you're going to tip over. But if you can absorb it, feel it, and go with the flow, you're going to harness that wind and you're going to get where you're going faster. And that was a really valuable lesson for a little control freak like me. It was also valuable sailing information as well because the weather changed on a dime at camp all the time. Storms were a regular part of life, and they would just roll in on a beautiful day. There were a couple notable storms at camp. One, when I was on staff, that we very sensitively called the tsunami, where, long story short, I ended up floating in the middle of the lake for an hour by myself. There was also an actual tornado that hit camp when I was 12 years old. And the main thing I remember about that was we were all sheltering in Flash's house, and it was the first time I remember comforting kids that were younger and more scared than I was. And the storm that really stands out the most to me is a storm from my very first summer at camp, and of course I was at sailing. So I'm on a boat with a friend, there are two other boats out, everybody out on the water is 11 years or younger. It's a beautiful day, so no one's thinking anything of it, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the sky turns black, the wind starts blowing all over the place, Within 2 seconds, the other 2 boats are over, and me thinking I can do something, jump off of my boat, and of course then my boat tips over. So I'm just floating, doing literally nothing helpful in the middle of 3 boats that are all tipped over with a bunch of crying girls. Now, everything seems lost, and then of course, Ryan and another sailing staff member come up in a motorboat. They get all the other kids onto the boat, they grab the other 2 boats, and they're ready to go in, and then Ryan says, "Stay in the water, I'm coming." Then he took off his shirt, and he hopped in the water. He righted the boat, he climbed on, he pulled me on, and he said, "You're gonna help me get this boat in safely." So we're sailing and the wind is blowing all over the place. The sail is whacking us in the head as it flies across. Finally, we're rocking so hard that I have to lie down on the front of the boat. We're going so fast, it feels like I'm flying across the water and the waves are crashing in my face. And Ryan's just calmly at the back of the boat, skippering away, shouting directions. And we finally get the boat in, we get on the dock, and he stops and he turns to me and says, "I knew you could do it."